Hey guys, welcome back. Houston Math Prep here. In this video, we're going to take a look at the properties of integer addition and subtraction. Starting with integer addition, it has all the same properties as whole number addition plus some extras. Let's start by reviewing those properties. For all integers a, b, and c, we have the closure property, which says a plus b is a unique integer. Briefly, that just means that if we add any two integers, we get another integer. The commutative property says that a plus b equals b plus a, or we can add integers in any order. The associative property has to do with grouping, so we can take a plus b and then add it to c, or we can add a to the grouping b plus c. Finally, we have the identity property, which said that we had the additive identity 0, which was the unique value that had a plus 0 equal to a, which was equal to 0 plus a. Now that was just a brief overview, but for a full explanation of these properties, check out our video on properties of whole number addition and subtraction. Now let's take a look at the additional properties that integer addition, that whole number addition, did not have. Our first one is what we call the additive inverse property. Mathematically, this says that for every integer a, there exists a unique integer, negative a, such that if we add a and negative a, we get 0. If we break that down into more simple words, that just says that any integer added with its opposite equals 0, and that every integer has an opposite. The next additional property is called the additional property of equality. Mathematically, that says that for integers a, b, and c, if we have a equal b and we add c to both sides, then we still have an equal statement. So a plus c equals b plus c. In words, if we add the same integer to both sides of an equation, then equality is maintained. Remember that whole number subtraction did not have many of the properties that whole number addition did. We wonder if the same is true for integer subtraction. So let's go through each of those properties and see if they hold for integer subtraction. Let's start with the closure property. If we take integers a and b, is it true that a minus b is always a unique integer? Here, remember that integer subtraction can be completed by adding opposites. So that means we know that a minus b is always the same as a plus the opposite of b. Since integers are closed under addition, and these two are equal, then a minus b must always be an integer. Therefore, integer subtraction does have the closure property. What about the commutative property? Is a minus b equal to b minus a for all integers a and b? Well, let's just take two integers. How about 2 and 3? Is it true that 2 minus 3 is equal to 3 minus 2? Remember that if even one set of integers is not true for this, then the entire property is not true. So we know that 2 minus 3 would be negative 1. How about 3 minus 2? That would be positive 1, and certainly negative 1 is not equal to 1. So in this case, 2 minus 3 is not equal to 3 minus 2. So the commutative property does not apply to integer subtraction. Next, let's check the associative property. We want to know, is a minus b minus c the same as a minus quantity b minus c for all integers? Well, let's take an example. How about 1, 2, and 3? If we first group 1 minus 2, then we get on the left side negative 1 minus 3. On the right-hand side, if we first group 2 minus 3, 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So now we have 1 minus negative 1. Still not sure if these are equal, so let's finish it up. What is negative 1 minus 3? Well, that's negative 4. How about 1 minus negative 1? Using the addition of opposites, we get that that is equal to 2. And certainly, -4 is not equal to 2. So, if for even one group of integers this is not true, then the associative property does not apply to integer subtraction. Finally, let's check out the identity property. Is a minus 0 equal to a also equal to 0 minus a for every integer? Well, let's pick an integer. How about 2? Let's see if 2 minus 0 is equal to 0 minus 2. Well, 2 minus 0 is 2, but 0 minus 2 is -2, and 2 is not equal to -2. Therefore, the identity property does not apply to integer subtraction. Alright guys, well that does it for this video on properties of integer addition and subtraction. To see more on what we can do with integers, keep on watching and we'll catch you in the next video.